Welcome to Edward's Greenhouse. Today we're going to be doing the Unicorn Spring Garden. We'll go through the items real quick. So you'll have your plants here. You'll have cute little tatetes, which you either have tatetes or tulips. So I'm going to give you a mix of different hardy early spring flowers in this garden. So if you have tatetes, this is what they look like. They're cute little narcissus that are adorable. I will be sending them to you in this not bloomed out yet, so you can enjoy them for the max amount of time. Or you'll be getting a tulip, a red tulip. It's called Merry Christmas, and it will also be tighter in its form, so that you can get the max enjoyment out of it. You'll also be getting a hyacinth. It smells beautiful, and again, I'll be sending it to you in a tighter form so you can enjoy it for the max amount of time. And it will either be in a blue, pink, or white. Both of these should naturalize and come back the following year if you plant them outside after they bloom out. So you'll also get a cute little viola that's very cold hardy, could take a frost, will bounce right back at the end of the day once it warms up and shouldn't even affect the blooms. This should come back year after year. You'll also get a primrose, which is the same, but if we get a hard frost, the flower might be damaged, so you just pinch it back and you have lots of cute buds tucked away later to enjoy. So all things you can put outside right now if you want to and enjoy outside, or you can enjoy inside. The bulbs will not last as long inside because it's warm, but all cold hardy and fun early spring flowers. So you'll also, in your bag, you will get your cute little unicorn and fairy and some gypsophilia, which is, I'm sending it to you fresh but dries really well. You'll also get a bag of some moss, different mosses in here. And you'll get a bag of charcoal and some gravel. You might be thinking, where's my soil? You will have plenty of soil with this. You'll probably have extra soil with what's in these pots, so I didn't put soil in there. The first thing we're going to do is open your bag of gravel and charcoal. The charcoal's in there to help wick away moisture, and the gravel is going to help because you don't have drainage in this container. It's going to just help with that drainage. You're going to have to be careful about watering this. You don't want to overwater it. So it should be enough to just cover the bottom. You can pull out a few little stones if you want. Some bigger stones in here that are just fun to use in your fairy garden if you want. But it's just going to cover the base of your container. So this is a very shallow container. This is really only going to last you for just the enjoyment of a week or so. And then you can plant all these things outside, and like I said, they should come back in another year. So to take a plant out, just gently grab the base of the flower, and then sometimes you could do a little tap. It should pop right out. Roots are there. I like to tickle the roots a little bit, break them apart so that they can root in. I'm going to put this at the front of my fairy garden. I'm going to do the pansy again. Just kind of, see, there's roots at the bottom, so sometimes you have to pull them. A little pat, a little pull. That was a little harder to get out. Just be gentle. So there's more root mass there. Going to tickle them, break them apart. Don't be afraid to do that. Pansies are very tough. Not their namesake. They're as tough as can be. They're one of my favorites. These are violas, but similar, same family. And then you can kind of see we already have a lot of soil in there. So then we're gonna break this apart. It's gonna get a little messy. So that is nice and rooted in there. So Gonna gently pull them apart. There's actually 3 separate bulbs here. So you can play around with how and where they go. Just gently pull them apart. Narcissus are also quite tough. I like to do things just a little bit asymmetrical. If you want it really balanced, it's all up to you. And it's okay if the bulb is up over the edge. They actually prefer that. So, like I said, this is like truly something you're just going to enjoy temporarily, and then you'll have to repot it outside. But you'll have a cute little spot for your unicorn to hang out in for a while. I'm pouring the gravel out in here because some of these we put gravel on top. See how it's getting a little messy? So you got lots of soil here, and that's why you should have plenty. So I'm going to actually pull some of the soil away and use it to fill in. If you are sensitive, you know, have allergies or such, you might want to wear gloves with hyacinths. The bulbs can irritate the skin. So if that's an issue and you want to switch it out, we would be happy to switch that out for you. So this is it has a beautiful smell, and it'll be a big, tall, beautiful bloom to about here, maybe a little taller. So then I'm just going to disperse the dirt throughout. And it doesn't fully come to the top, but it's plenty of soil that these will be fine. Lots of bulbs can actually do well out of soil. You can put them in a container, so you can see they're kind of sitting atop, and that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Alright, so now we have it planted up. We're going to grab our moss, just fill in. So you have green moss. This green moss is, it will fade over time unless you spritz it. I actually pre-wetted this so it's nice and green. It'll really discolor if you don't keep it moist. This is more than enough moss, so you can use it on other projects if you want. This is Spanish moss. It usually hangs from trees. Fun little filler. And this is dried, so you can save this too if you want to use it later for Easter or another project. So lots of moss left over. And then I have preserved lichen in here, that some of it's colored or dyed, so this just gives a pop of color. You can pull it apart, break it apart, put it throughout there. Get a little bit more green up here. And there we go, we have moss in there. I have some of my little pebbles I saved to the side. I'm gonna put those in here. Kind of do a cute little path. And all of this stuff the soil was really wet, and so I'm not even gonna water this. And I would imagine you're probably not gonna have to water it but once a week, maybe not even that. So, right, we got our little unicorn and fairy. Gonna put her front and center. And then you have the sweet gypsophilia. Like I said, this is fresh, but it dries really nicely. And I added it in here because to me it's like fairy dust. So I'm going to just put it throughout. You might be seeing a lot of it for Valentine's Day, but just gives it that extra little whimsy that always makes a fairy garden. And voila, there we go. We have our cute early spring unicorn fairy garden. And again, with watering, just be very careful to water. The soil was wet upon planting, so I'm not even going to water this. Might last up to about a week. Always do the soil test with your finger, you know, go almost all the way halfway down. If it's dry, just lightly water it. Just be very careful to not overwater it because the gravel and the charcoal can only do so much wicking away with the moisture. So, but other than that, you can enjoy this for a couple weeks, and when things have bloomed out, you can plant them outside and enjoy them outside, and put your fairy garden in a new spring garden. So, I hope you've enjoyed the class. Thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you again soon.